What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another movie review. I'm Chase Lee, reviewing for DallasMovieScreenings.com, and the movie I want to take a look at right now is The Nest. Now, this one comes from IFC. It is written and directed by Sean Durkin, and this one tells the story of an entrepreneur and his American family as they begin to take a twisted turn after moving into an English country manor. This one runs at an hour and 47 minutes, and going into this, I was kind of excited. I saw a trailer for it. I thought it looked riveting, this kind of like small little drama it's also like a thriller as well. Like you want to see where the couple's going to go type of deal. And of course, with Jude Law and Carrie Coon as the husband and wife, hallelujah. Like that was going to be a recipe for greatness right there. So, and I also kind of got the feeling after watching the trailer that this was IFC's awards play. Like this is going to be their big push for maybe performance contention. And so, I think just after watching the trailer, seeing the cast involved, just seeing the kind of promotion behind this thing, it seemed like, because I know a lot of people that I follow on Twitter, they seem to like it too. So I was just like, it seems like this is going to be a win, right? So I saw it. I like this one quite a bit. It's a really good movie. It's a very, very slow burn. It's more of a drama. There are some suspenseful elements to it, but it's more about watching this marriage kind of crumble right before your eyes, but also having Sean Durkin propose the question at the end. Because after everything is done and it ends on the final shot and the credits roll, Sean Durkin really wants you to kind of sit there as an audience member and ask yourself, after everything that we saw with these two, there is some attraction there. They do love each other to some extent. But is this marriage worth saving? Will they change their habits? Should they go to counseling? Should they call it quits? And so that's kind of the, platform that Sean kind of leaves you on with those questions. And just like, all right, I took you on this journey. We have ridden up to the top of the point where the climax is, and I'm going to end it. But I want you to decide whether they should continue it or not. So it's really great stuff. It just kind of takes you on this really, really interesting journey of these two people. So speaking of Sean Durkin, I really like his use of space and shot composition and the length of shots that he uses in this film. So what I mean by the use of space is that, these people are in this giant house. It's super huge, but it makes them look super small. It's empty most of the time. It always feels like this cave that they're just kind of wandering around in. It doesn't really feel like a home, and they do feel out of place. But that's kind of the whole point of the film, is that they want to appear rich. They want to have friends recognize their house and be a part of like the rich kind of collective that they run into in this film. But ultimately they are empty on the inside as people. And so utilizing space with the house and just how they're feeling is a great kind of correlation that Durkin is working with. And also, like I said, utilizing shot composition and shot lengths to really make you feel like you're a part of the scene, really get you sucked into the atmosphere, and you linger on every single word that these actors have. So he utilizes a lot of zoom ins and zoom outs. He takes his time with shots. A lot of scenes are unbroken, but the performances are so good that you kind of, like I said, you linger on every single word that comes out of their mouth, and you really get invested into their relationship as a couple. And you just see them kind of argue and fight, love each other in the next scene. And I think really not cutting away with multiple cuts and angles throughout the scene, I think is really effective to emphasize the importance of what they're saying, how they're carrying themselves, and just how the scene kind of progresses. And it's really great kind of suspense building, and it's just really intense as you're watching it. Like you are always on the edge of your seat because you have no idea what's coming. So utilizing the cinematography and space, he's allowing us as audience members to watch this kind of unfold in real time, and we don't know where it's going to go. It's unexpected. Everything is unexpected. So I think that's where the kind of suspense comes into play. You just don't have any idea where the story is going to go. But it's all, like I said, at the core of it is a marriage that's in crisis, and definitely more of a drama, but there are suspenseful elements on the way he directs atmosphere and creating the dread and anxiety. It's great stuff. The performances are also fantastic. Jude Law has a really great kind of like character arc with him, because at the beginning he appears a certain way, and then as you start to kind of slowly get to know him and like his tricks that are up his sleeve, kind of a bad dude. And Jude Law is able to do that switch with such grace and such poise, and it's not it doesn't go into like goofy or corny territory, because it could have been from the way he acts in certain scenes, but it's a gradual kind of like revelation of his character, and it's kind of, like I said, a gradual switch in his performance, and just Jude Law is always great. But Carrie Coon is, I think even better. She has this like quiet nature to her character. She kind of just goes along with the flow. Like, she knows that her husband might be spouting out some BS, but she still loves him and she wants to support him, but she's a little hesitant, but she kind of goes along with the flow. So there's a lot of complex emotions that she's kind of battling internally, but she also has like this strong presence about her to where if you cross her, she will mess you up. And she just gives off that presence of confidence and just strong-willed to, every scene that she's in, you're just like, how is she going to react to this? Like, what is she going to do? How is she going to carry herself with all the stuff that Jude Law is spouting off like? And she also does it with such poise. But I love how quiet she is in this and how threatening she is with just a simple stare. Just, the sarcasm that she will have with her husband. It's just like, she knows what's going on to some degree, and like, do not mess with her. And so it's that the battling of the two people with her and her husband, it's really great stuff. But yeah, two completely different characters for sure. You wonder why they are married, but at the same time, you can see the love there. It's there, but there's just so much lying and deceitfulness that's kind of bubbling up to the surface in real time, and we're just kind of sitting there as an audience member, forced to watch this marriage potentially crumble in front of our eyes. And it's just, but the performances are so riveting that you can't look away. You're just always wondering like what they're going to do next. So yeah, I love the performances. I think my only slight complaint is that the daughter is fine. Like, the actual performance is fine, but she really just kind of gives off that one-dimensional, like, angry teen. I'm going to rebel against my parents because they're not paying enough attention to me. Like, okay, yeah, I mean, it's whatever. The son is a little bit more developed, and I think he has a little bit more of a little bit more to him than the daughter did. Charlie Shotwell, I believe is his name. Yeah, he was good. But I think as a collective, as a family, they work pretty well for the most part. But you primarily focus on the husband and wife combo. Everyone else, pretty good job. A lot of people are barely even in one scene. Like, they'll come in the scene, they'll say who they are, and their relationship to either the husband or the wife, and then we may never even see them again, but they have really great impact in the scene where you can really feel the relationship between these people, even with just a few sentences. So I do think the supporting cast overall makes a pretty good impact. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This is my type of stuff. Like I said, a very slow burn type of film. It takes its time. It really gets you invested into what's going on. The atmosphere is moody. It's eerie. It's unsettling. The music is also a great kind of counterpoint to what you're seeing, because it's kind of weird and offbeat and mystical. It's super strange, and it kind of knocks you off your equilibrium a little bit, because you're hearing one thing, but you're seeing another. But that's also kind of what the husband and wife are kind of going through. It's just like they're always butting heads and there's always conflict there. So it's almost like the music is also giving us conflict, but also like this weird, calming, relaxing sense as well. It's super strange, but I think it works. It's a great counterbalance to what you're seeing, but it once again just provides that extra layer of atmosphere and mood. So I don't know how much more I can sell this. I like The Nest quite a bit. I'm going to give it a B+. I'm going to go as high as I can before I get into the A territory. But yeah, I really like this one. So if you were in the mood for this one, it is in certain theaters right now, select theaters. Does not hit VOD until November. But I wanted to kind of get the word out there to get you guys kind of ramped up. So if you are going to catch this on VOD, keep a lookout for The Nest. I think you'll really enjoy it for awards season. It's a good one. So yeah. So what'd you guys think of The Nest? If you have seen it already, if you love it, you hate it, whatever, comment down below. If I don't reply to all of them, I at least read them all. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get up to date on whenever I review anything. And if you're more of a podcast person, you want these in audio form, I record these both at the same time. You can do just that. Go head on over to Anchor, Spotify, Castbox, wherever it's at. You can subscribe to that feed if you do not want to see my ugly mug and you want to just listen to me. But that will do it for this review, guys. I'm Chase Lee for DallasMovieScreenings.com, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.